guys, Charlotte here, and today I'm going to be doing a After Effects tutorial on composing, reshaping, compositions even, not composing, and importing files and then adding fades onto the end and start of the files concerned. So firstly we're going to have to make a composition. Firstly we're going to make this composition by going on to composition up here, going on to new composition or clicking Control N. Now I'm going to move this to the middle of the screen so I can have it. We're going to have a name, so we're just going to call this Minecraft single player episode LP. I've forgotten the actual episode number, so I'm going to leave it as that. Then we're going to go on to presets. We can set it to be any of these 1080p, etc, 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 but I just leave it on custom of 1920, not 1920, 1280 by 720, because that's the resolution I want this video to be in. And also then we're going to leave the frame rate on 29.97, because that's the default, and it works fine for me. I haven't really messed around with too much of these settings. I think I will do at some point, but I'm just leaving it at the moment. We want resolution full, that's just for the render. We want the start time code to be like when the video starts at 0000, so it starts at 0. And then we don't want it to be an hour long. We want it to be 24 minutes long. Then we have a background color as default as black. So then we click OK. Then we have our comp, which is called the Minecraft SP episode LP. And then we want to import some footage into After Effects, don't we? So we want to go to File. We want to go down to Import, or you can click Control I. Or if you want to import multiple files that are in multiple locations, you can click Control Alt I. So or go here on the actual import selection. So I'm going to click on this one because I want to show on how this works, and also I need some files from different locations. So find the files you want to actually have, if I can work out which folder I'm wanting. Then we go here, then we go import, and it will import it, and then it will take us back to where we left off. So now I want to go into folders, and go down. We want, is it that one? Nope, it's not that one. It is that one right there. Then we go import, imports again, and then we go down to the bottom. Go on the intro, we click that. Now let's go open it once more. This will just keep going until you finish adding, until you get done. It will stop. Right, now to import our footage into our comp, there's two ways you can do this. I'm going to show you with the intro the way I use, which is clicking on it, dragging it down onto here. And the only reason why I did that one first is because that goes first, and I'll show you how to resize it because at the moment it's in 1920 by 1080. And for this, you also can just drag the footage in here to the composition part there. But the problem with that is it automatically puts it on top. So we want to drag that below, and then we slide this across by holding Shift and dragging the footage across. Now the first thing, as you'll see, is the intro is a little bit kind of not in all the frame. That's because the intro was made in a resolution by 1920 by 1080. So if this comp's resolution was 1920 by 1080, it would fit fine, but it's not. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on here. So we've got our orange outline over the view area. Then we're going to right click inside the view area, go into transform, go on to fit to comp, or hit Control Alt and F, and then we will have it fit to comp, and then I will show you that again because I have to do it again. So this is the bit of footage that we're now selected. The same thing is going to be true. We'll just get a bit where you can see it obviously. I think about here, as you can see, we've got a little bit zoomed in because you can't see much of the sword. So what we're going to do again is we're going to go transform, fit to comp. There we go. Then we fit the whole. That's aspect ratio is the same. You can do it manually, but I just do that because it's quick and fast, and you don't have the problem of having the aspect ratio wrong if you do it wrong, because the computer does it for you. So the computer's fault if it gets wrong, which it's never going to do because it's a computer. So now what we want to do is we want to use our preview, which isn't going to be where it is now. For you, if you just using the default layout when you first open After Effects, because I have moved this, it is defaultly over up here, and I have moved it from here. It's not actually there, but you get my point. To below here, and then I've resized it just so we don't need any of the garbage underneath. We just need the arrows to go all the way back to the first frame of this episode, which is going to hopefully be 2406, I think. Am I going to be right? Am I going to be right? Let's try. 2406. And I was completely right. Yay. Right, now, what we're going to do, now we've got the first frame selected, which is the first frame where we actually have this bit of footage selected, is we're going to go onto the bit of footage that's selected, so the layer is selected. Then we're going to hit this arrow here. Hit this arrow here. Then we're going to click on this watch for opacity. Then we're going to change our time code to be 26, because we're adding 2 seconds towards whatever the time code is when we on the first frame, and then we go 2 seconds ahead. I think this is actually seconds, but I'm not sure. But hopefully it is, because I'm saying seconds. And then we want to do the same with audio, so I just always forget to do it first, so we just do the same with that. Basically what I just used is these arrows will go in between the keyframes which you've set. So if you go this way, it will take you to the next keyframe, this way, previous keyframe. So if I had more like over here and over here and over here, and I carried on pressing this, it would take me to the next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. I'll show you that at the end when we've done the fade out and fade in. Just quickly show you how it automatically tabs to the keyframes along here. This is the bar you see with the little dots. You can also use this to zoom in, see if you want to actually see the keyframes. Say you're doing like a montage where you want to slow it down for a split second, you might want to zoom in, but I'm just going to leave it like that so we have the whole thing in scene so we can actually see it. Then what we're going to do is, as you can see, we don't have a fade in between because there's nothing different between the two keyframes. That's where you use keyframes. So what we're going to do is there's two ways we can change this number, which is the opacity, which is how how visible it is. So we can either manually just go to 0, or I can use this slider just by clicking and dragging to go to 0. Then we set this to 0. Then we want to set this to -48, because that is the. If you see, I can drag it all I like. It's not going to go any more. It might just go a little bit more, which is what we don't want. To -48, you can also do that manually. And then just check on your next keyframe that you've still got 100 and 0, because if you've selected these keyframes and then you start setting things here, it will do the same to all the keyframes selected. Right, now what we want to do is we want to go all the way to the end of the video. We want to go just before the end. Then we want to spam click until we find the last frame. Go back to about there. And then we do the same. We hit that and we hit that. And then we go. You can either just do this manually, but you won't actually get the same amount of time in between the two keyframes. So what you want to do is you want to click here, delete the 2, and hit it. It was a 2, and I'm really screwing this up. So there we go, 29. We were on 31, I think. Hold on, let me just check. Nope, we're on 32, so it'll be 30. Need to mark that up. There we go. Now we're going to do the same with the keyframes, but this time we're not going to do it to the first keyframes. We're going to do it to the second ones because we want to fade it out. So as you can see, it toggles in between our two keyframes because we don't have any keyframes in between. So it goes to the next one, which is the end. And we go one more to be on the last one. Then we do the same by dragging or manually. We want to do the same to the audio. And then basically you just do the same for that. And as you can see, we have a quick fade. And the same with the fade in. Fade out the intro, which my computer hates running for some strange reason. There we go, and we're in. The only problem you might have is a little bit of overlap here, because sometimes shift doesn't actually do it properly, but it looks like we have done it properly. So as you can see here, we have a fade in, and that's it backwards, fade out, fade in. So that works well. So I hope you guys and this tutorial, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial, and also I hope it helped you out a lot on starting out with After Effects. Remember, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like and that favourite button. It helps me out a lot. And also, if you want to write any comments on anything you want to know, or if you have any problems, or have any questions, or any ideas for another tutorial that I could do to help you guys out, let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you are not subscribed and you do not want to miss any other tutorials or gaming